Hello there! Welcome to Motoring Today, the Philippines' premier and longest-running weekly motoring news and features TV and online magazine. I'm Ray Louie Gamboa.
And I'm Susie Gamboa. Here are this week's features to watch out for. On Motoring Forum, we shall have the first transport talks with updates on the department and its attached agencies. Our road safety reminder on the Young Street Smarts portion centers on what to do when one encounters a double solid yellow line. This week's Paying Chuper shall be about the limit on the number of passengers in PUVs. The public service segment centers on the MMDA's reaction on habal-habal or unregistered motorcycles for hire. Showcase this week shall have the compact SUV from Subaru, the Forester 2.0 IL CVT with eyesight. While for race weekend, we'll have the 2020 Phoenix National Slalom Series Leg 1 held in Robinson's Antipolo.
All these plus the latest news in transportation and traffic management, as well as developments in the automotive industry are on this week's edition of Motoring Today. Join us!
I'm 36. I'm a husband, a manager, and still very good looking. In 2 hours, I have the most important meeting of my life. But first, it's time to play. The new Suzuki Vitara.
Dad, naflatan kami.
Dad? Dad?
You okay? Iwan mo na yan. Ako na bahala dyan. Let's go. Hatid ko na kayo. Tara. Excuse me? Let's go!
Thank you. You always have my back.
Have fun.
I will.
Welcome back. Here are the latest news and developments in transportation and traffic management. Motorists, commuters, and truckers bound for the cities of Malabon, Caloocan, and Navotas, who currently face the daily traffic gridlock of Metro Manila, can expect to have a smoother and faster travel as the NLEX Harbor Link Malabon exit opens.
The Malabon exit is part of the 2.6-kilometer elevated NLEX Harbor Link C3R10 section between the new Caloocan interchange in C3 Road, Caloocan City, to Radial Road 10, Navotas City, connecting the previously open 5.65-kilometer NLEX Harbor Link Segment 10 that traverses from Karuhatan in Valenzuela City, Governor Pascual Avenue in Malabon City, and 5th Avenue C3 Road, Caloocan City.
Sa ngayon, bukas naman po yung Harbor Link pero pagbaba ng kotse sa C3, nag-iimbudo dahil medyo makitid. Pero ngayon po, dahil sa exit, pag galing po sa NLEX, pwede nang bumaba sa dagat-dagatan, diretso na sa either C4 at from C4, pwede na mag-R10. So, luluwag biglang connectivity.
DPWH Secretary Mark Villar highlighted that about 30,000 motorists per day will benefit from this new road once the entire section is fully completed.
Ito po, isang part lang po ng open next month, bubuksan po namin yung buong alignment. So yun talagang game changer po yung pagbubukas ng buong alignment dahil ang expected natin minimum 30,000 vehicles a day ang dadaan po sa Harbor Link pag na-open na yung buong alignment.
In the meantime, the official added that they are opening this new Malabon exit to provide immediate relief from the daily bumper-to-bumper traffic in the Kamanava area, especially along C3 Road.
Binuksan namin para at least makaluwag na rin itong Malabon exit na 1.2 kilometers. Gaganda ng connectivity from Harbor Link to port area. So ito makakatulong. Pero ang mas malaking impact pag natapos yung buong alignment, yun ang next month. So sinabi ko po kanina, ito parang konting appetizer lang to, pero yung talagang yung full effect ng Harbor Link, mararamdaman natin next month.
For its part, NLEX Corporation is committed to support the government's aim to alleviate traffic congestion in Metro Manila through high-impact infrastructure projects such as the NLEX Harbor Link that improves commuter mobility between airports, seaports, and growth corridors in both the north and south. NLEX Corporation President and General Manager J. Luigi Bautista further explained that they decided to open the Malabon exit a month before the whole NLEX Harbor Link C3R10 section is completed in response to the clamor of motorists for immediate relief from heavy traffic along the Kamanava area.
Aside from significantly easing up the daily traffic congestion and serving as an alternate route to Dagat-Dagatan Avenue, the Malabon exit also aims to open up development potentials in the area. Meanwhile, following its recent unveiling, the two new train sets acquired by the Philippine National Railways, or PNR, have been deployed for operations on February 20th.
The two train sets, which arrived early February, are composed of new 8100 series of diesel multiple unit or DMU train cars with a 4-car formation and were supplied by the Indonesian rolling stock manufacturer PT Industri Careta Api.
Next month may dalawa, sa susunod may dalawa pa, saka isa pa, magiging siyam. Ma-achieve natin ang riding capacity ng mga 90,000. Ang unang objective namin dito, yung connectivity, yung mobility, yung comfort. Kung aambagan ho namin dito ng gastusin, magkakaroon ka ng tinatawag na social ripples. Pag nagkaroon ka ng social ripples, magkakaroon ka ng yung atensyon mo, baka mapunta sa ibang direksyon. Ang primary purpose ho namin dito, hindi para kumita.
Following the 150 hours of validation test, a set-off ceremony was held to formally utilize the new train sets for commercial operations. It is expected to carry 1,000 passengers per trip and serve passengers in its assigned route, Tutuban to Alabang. The PNR's Metro line runs from Tutuban in Manila to Los Baños in Laguna.
Kailangan ho namin yung kooperasyon din ng mga mananakay at sambayanan. Kasi ho, kung yung nangyayari ng mga nakaraan at patuloy na nangyayari, bagamat nabawasan o naibsan, yung pangpabato, yung paninira, kailangan ho may kooperasyon lahat. Dapat, kung gustuhin natin, manatili yung gastusin na ating gustong iambak, gusto natin manatiling matagal ang paggamit ng ating mga tren, kailangan ho yung kooperasyon ng lahat. Gamitin ng tama. Huwag gumawa ng perwisyo, huwag maging pasaway nang sa ganun maging matagalan ang paggamit ng mga mananakay sa ating mga tren.
PNR General Manager Jun Magno said that the arrival of the two new train sets from Indonesia is a testament to the delivery of a promise to continue enhancing the services of the rail network.
Mas maraming handholds. Sa may middle area, handholds kami para yung capacity ng handholds halos maging doble. Pangalawa pa po niya, yung aircon po niya, tropicalized na. Hindi po yung mga galing hapon na katulad ng mga lumang tren namin na pang temperate regions. Ito, tropical na area na. Hanggang 46,000 kilocalories ang kaya niya. Kaya kita nyo, kahit nakabukas yung pinto, malamig pa rin sa tapat dito. Modular na po yung design niya, yung subsystems niya. Pwede po namin palitan yung component niya overnight lang. Hindi namin kailangan i-shut down yung service for 3 or 4 days, minsan 2 weeks dahil dun sa mga subsystems niya.
Further, GM Magno noted that they are targeting to have enough capacity to serve the southern and part of the northern corridor by the end of 2020. To make this happen, they will soon open the Valenzuela lane in an effort to decongest EDSA. PNR will have 2 more DMU train sets, 3 locomotives and 15 passenger coaches and 2 shunters within the first half of 2020.
Once all these new train sets are operational, the PNR targets to serve a total of 140,000 passengers per day, at least double the current capacity of 48,000 to 60,000 passengers daily. Continuing, the DOTR has released a statement in response to the concern of the Quezon City local government on the above-ground construction of the MRT-7 Quezon Memorial Circle Station.
DOTR Undersecretary for Railways clarifies that they acknowledge the cultural and historical integrity of the QC Monument and Park.
Ganda na rin yung clarification na ibinigay ni Mayor Joy. Yung concern nila is really on the above ground structure. So at this point kasi yung construction ng Station 2 or nung Quezon Memorial Circle Station of MRT-7 ay nandun pa tayo sa underground area. And yung mga ongoing works na yan ay hindi naman ma-affect.
The official said San Miguel Corporation, the major concessionaire for the MRT-7 project, has expressed their openness to review and look at the designs again in order to come up with a win-win solution for all parties.
February 28, magpe-present ng proposal si San Miguel and si Quezon City LGU naman is looking forward to the proposal and ang napagkasunduan naman, ang assurance na bigay ng dalawang parties is we will work together and hand in hand in coming up with a mutually acceptable design for Station.
Undersecretary Batan also presented the latest developments in the ongoing construction of the Metro Manila Subway, a big-ticket project under the government's Build, Build, Build program.
Yung subway natin, it's ongoing na, yung partial operability section na tinatawag. So that's the first 7 kilometers with our Valenzuela, Tandang-Sora to North Avenue and Quirino Highway stations. Our contractors, if you would remember, mobilized noong December for actual works and for the partial operability section.
He also clarified that contrary to misinformed claims, it is not true that there was a realignment of the subway in Quezon City. Further, Undersecretary Batan also belied false statements that the subway line will cross a major fault line.
The DOTR further stressed that the design of the alignment of the Metro Manila subway took into consideration the location of the West Valley Fault. In addition, the department, along with its Japanese consultants, sought advice from Philvox to make sure that the proposed alignment does not cross the fault and that information from other hazards are considered. And finally, the Land Transportation Officer LTO said that they are determined to heighten speed limit implementation in the Philippines. This announcement was made during the recent gathering of local enforcers at LTO Bulwagang Edu for the second batch of the speed enforcement training of trainers.
Following the success of the first national speed enforcement training in October, Imagine Law invited again the experts from Global Road Safety Partnership, or GRSP, to give advanced training on speed enforcement, particularly on vehicle identification and apprehension. GRSP experts Robert Susange and Mark Stables led the training and shared good practices on apprehension based on learnings from a dry run on speed enforcement conducted in Calabarzon and Bicol last year. On the second day of the training, the participants headed to Clark, Pampanga for practical speed measurement exercises with the use of speed guns. Aside from the training, LTO sat down with Imagine Law, GRSP, PNP Highway Patrol Group, and MMDA to develop the Philippines Speed Enforcement Plan, which is designed to map out all activities that will be conducted by enforcement agencies leading up to widespread speed enforcement.
The Global Road Safety Partnership said that their goal is to assist the country on coming up with a sustained speed enforcement action plan to ensure compliance with speed limits and maintain traffic movements at safe speeds. Those are the latest news in transportation and traffic management. Coming up next is Motoring Forum, brought to you by Suzuki Philippines. The DOTR and its attached agencies recently held its first transport talks for the year. This is an effort to update and inform the public on the developments and projects of the transportation sector. Let's talk about it on this week's Motoring Forum. During the briefing, Transportation Secretary Arthur Tugade gave a preview of the forthcoming projects of the department from March to June of this year. Concerning motoring, we first have the road sector. In the past weeks, reports have it that the LTO has released new guidelines in the procedure of license cards issuance. For applicants of student permits, a 15-hour lecture about road traffic regulations and courtesy is now a requirement. He also reiterated that student permit holders must pass first the non-pro license to have a professional driver's license.
Marami pong nagsasabi na marunong naman sila mag-drive, pero hindi marunong magbasa. Ang sagot po namin dyan marunong na silang magbasa, hindi lang sila marunong sumunod. But anyway, ang emphasis po nitong 15 hours na ito, yun yung batas trapiko, yung rules and regulation ng paggamit ng kalsada, yung road courtesy, at pag nakatapos po sila at nabigyan ng certification na nakatapos sila ng 15 hours na yun, tsaka sila bibigyan ng student permit para naman pwede silang mag-enroll sa mga driving schools na accredited or magpaturo sila dun sa mga taong otorisadong magturo ng pagmamaneho. Emphasize ko lang po, yung sa 15 hours, wala po ditong ituturo ng mag-handle nitong training na ito tungkol sa pagdadrive, kundi ang emphasis yung kung ano yung batas trapiko. Dati-dati po, after 1 month of possession of student permit, pwede na mag-apply ng pro. At yun namang kahit na student permit lang, after 6 months, pwede na mag-apply ng diretso sa pro. Ngayon po, hindi na pwede yun. Kailangan magdaan muna siya sa non-pro. And after about a year, tsaka lang po siya pwede mag-apply sa pro. At again, bago po siya bigyan ng professional license, kailangan magdaan po muna siya sa, again, theoretical examination, practical examination.
Secretary Tugade has also announced the DOTR's collaboration with the LTO to translate the examination questionnaires for the issuance of license cards in rural areas in their respective dialects.
Alam niyo yung examination pag nag-apply ka ng driver's license? Dalawang lengguwahe ho ginagamit doon, English o Tagalog. Itong nakaraang linggo, nag-issue ko tayo ng department order in my consultation with General Galvante. Pinapatranslate ko into local dialects and local languages yung eksaminasyon. Halimbawa sa Cebu, Cebuano, sa Mindanao, salita nila. Meron ng mga deadline yun kasi ang pananaw namin dyan, yung mga nag-examine, baka naman hindi gama yung English saka Tagalog. Kaya dinalagay sa mga local dialects and local languages. May department order na ho dyan. Ginawa ko ho yun sa pakikipag-ugnayan kay General Galvante.
Moving to the railway sector, DOTR USEC for Railways DJ Batan said that the ongoing MRT3 rehabilitation is months advanced from its target completion date.
Mula po nung nag-umpisa tayo nung rehabilitation, nung pumasok po si Sumitomo nung Mayo last year, May 1, 2019. Kasalukuyan po, pag tinignan po natin yung progress po dun sa iba-ibang subcomponents, humigit kumulang po 3 months advance po yung progress natin. Ang original po natin na timeline ay 26 months po from May of 2019. Dulo po niyan ay July po next year. Dun po sa huling datos na nakita po natin, halimbawa doon sa progress ng pagpapalit ng mga relays, tayo po ay ahead of schedule. So, papanatilihin po natin na itulak yung ating rehabilitation na provider, yung Sumitomo po at Mitsubishi Heavy, para po yung pangako natin na maiakyat po yung bilang ng tumatakbong tren mula 15 po, paakyat ng 20, maiakyat po yung bilis ng takbo ng tren mula po 30 kilometers per hour to 60 kilometers per hour, at maibaba po yung tinatawag nating headway o yung pagitan sa dalawang tren mula po sa kasalukuyang 7.5 pababa po sa 3.5 minutes, ay ma-deliver po natin by July 2021, if not earlier po, para po yung kapasidad natin na kasalukuyan na 300,000 passengers per day ay maibalik po natin doon sa 600,000 passengers per day. Sa ngayon po, mula po Buendia papuntang TAP, both northbound and southbound, tapos na po tayo. Ngayon po kasalukuyang tinatrabaho yung southbound po, North Avenue papuntang Quezon Avenue.
Meanwhile, PNR General June Magno has presented the improvement on the services of the railways as a result of its 2018 train procurement.
May parating pa kaming 2 DMU sets pa by the next month. And then merong 18 karwahe na darating, which is 15 coaches, 3 locomotives, pantas namin sa baha. Doon naman sa South Long Haul, target po namin yan na ma-open ng December 2021. Nag-uumpisa na kami sa pagbili ng additional right-of-way.
Nung nag-umpisa ho ang pamahalang Duterte, ang istasyon sa PNR, 17 stations. Yun lang ho yung binabaybay ng PNR. Ngayon ho, as we speak, lumalagpas na tayo sa 30 stations. In other words, makikita nyo yung dramatic increase nung binabaybay ng PNR from 17 to 34. Dublado. At marami pa hong mga istasyon na bubuksan. Pangalawa ho, Yung trend na ilalagay natin sa South, hindi ho one class yan, 3 classes yan. Meron na hong business class dyan, meron pa hong first class at yung economy class. Ito ho, na sa ayos na namin, ibibid na rin yung mga trend na yan, na kung matapos yung proyekto na yan, ito ho yung mga trend na tatakbo at babaybay papuntang Bicol. 3 class ho.
LRTA Administrator Reynaldo Beroya, on the other hand, said that by the end of June, big improvements on the operations of the LRT2 will be seen. It can be recalled that the railway operates only from Cubao to Recto and vice versa after a fire hit its former transformer between Anonas and Katipunan stations, and its Santolan Depot, which led to partial operations.
Natapos na po kami sa mga proseso upang maibalik o ma-restore ang operations ng Line 2. Kabilang po dyan ay pinabayaan na po kami ng Bureau of Fire Protection na pasukin yung mga nasunog na areas. Naka-obtain na po kami ng permiso sa Board of Directors ng LRTA upang yung proseso ay mapabilis at ito'y ginawang emergency procurement. Subalit kung tutusin po ninyo at niisip lamang na papalitan yung mga nasunog, napaka-komplikado po noon dahil pagka nag-order po kayo ng rectifier, aabot ng 1 taon ang paggawa ng isa. 3 po yung ating papalitan. At nagkakahalaga po ito ng 500 million, more or less, ang bawat isa. So by June, magkakaroon po tayo ng mga pagbabago at i-announce po namin properly, eventually.
Other concerns discussed during the first transport talks include issues on the aviation and maritime sector. Those were the officials from the DOTR and its attached agencies. Our guests this week on Motoring Today's Motoring Forum, courtesy of Suzuki Philippines.
Dad, naflatan kami.
Dad? Dad?
You okay? Iwan mo na yan. Ako na bahala dyan. Let's go. Hatid ko na kayo. Tara. Excuse me? Let's go!
Thank you. You always have my back.
Have fun.
I will.
I'm 36. I'm a husband, a manager, and still very good looking. In 2 hours, I have the most important meeting of my life. But first, it's time to play. The new Suzuki Vitara.
You are back with us here on Motoring Today, and we now have this week's valuable motoring tips, starting off with some road safety reminders from Toyota Motor Philippines. As seen on the animation, you should always keep right while flying on roads with double solid yellow lines or else maaari kang maaksidente. Kadalasang makikita ang double solid yellow line sa mga tulay at mga blind curves. If you are on a double solid yellow line, huwag mag-overtake or mag-counterflow. Stay on your lane to ensure safety. More motoring tips for you here on Motoring Today. Proper driver's demeanor while behind the wheel from Mitsubishi Motors Philippines.
Payo Chopper lang, kaibigan. Ako si Alejandro Luico, isang kapwa niyo chopper. Huwag nang ipilit magsakay ng pasahero kung hindi nakasya.
Ang bawat pampasadang sasakyan ay mayroong tinatawag na passenger limit o bilang ng mga pasahero na magkakasya. Kapag puno na, iwasang magtawag pa ng ilan at ipagsiksikan. Tandaan din na bawal maglagay ng ekstra bangko sa gitna ng pampasadang sasakyan.
Palaging isipin na mahalaga rin na komportable ang ating mga pasahero. Ito po si Alejandro Luico, Payong Chopper lang, kaibigan mula sa inyong kapwa niyo chopper.
Dad, naflatan kami.
Dad? Dad?
You okay? Iwan mo na yan. Ako na bahala dyan. Let's go. Hatid ko na kayo. Tara. Excuse me? Let's go!
Thank you. You always have my back.
Have fun.
I will.
Continuing, we now welcome you to Motoring Today's world of motorsports. We start with the latest news and developments. This year's Philippine Autocross Championship Series continues with its third round happening on March 8, Sunday at Robinson Santa Rosa. With Inigo Anton out during the second round and Dandy Atinchay making a comeback to the sport, what are we expecting for the coming round? Would there be a head-to-head battle between these two names? Would there be new names on the list? Whose name will it shine for round 3? Let's all find out come race day. The Race Motorsports Club National Slalom Series is back for its 34th season. Also back is 5-time Slalom King Milo Rivera, who showed everyone he can still rule, blitzing the slalom course at Robinson's Antipolo with an overall best time of the day of 42.12 seconds during the first leg of the series. Milo's time was also the best time in the front wheel production class. Also making a comeback in the first slalom race of 2020, driving for Team Big Chill, is Doc Pee-wee Mendiola, who showed up the young ones with the second overall best time of the day of 46.25 seconds. This was also the best time in the rear wheel production class. Reigning Slalom King Estefano Rivera salvaged some pride by setting the third best overall time of 46.40 seconds. 2019 Slalom King first runner-up Paui Base was 4th overall with a time of 46.82 seconds. Ryan Blanc was 5th fastest overall with a time of 50.47 seconds. In the novice class, Leonard Cristobal was fastest overall with a time of 48.47 seconds. The second leg of the 2020 National Slalom Series will be held at the NFA compound in Cabanatuan City on March 22, followed quickly by a third leg back at the Robinson's Antipolo on March 29. More on the world of motorsports here on Motoring Today, as we now give you Race Weekend. The 2020 Race Motorsports Club Phoenix National Slalom Series has flagged off for another season of close and exciting parking lot races. Many veterans showed up, along with many newbies for the first leg, which debuted innovations and rule changes, seen to make slalom more exciting and fun. Up next is Race Weekend featuring interviews with Race Motorsports Club President Bing Bang Dulce, as well as with returning veterans and upcoming stars. Over 3 decades now, Race Motorsports Club has been holding slalom races in parking lots and closed-off streets, providing a venue for race enthusiasts to try their hand in legitimate, organized, and relatively safe racing. Timed laps around the slalom course outlined by cones, a medium for testing and honing driving skills. Over the years, the National Slalom Series has kept the embers of motorsports burning in bad times and fanning the flames of growth in good times. This year, as in the past few years, it has been more about fanning the flames of growth. The 2020 National Slalom Series has flagged off to a great start with the first leg held at the all-too-familiar venue, Robinson's Antipolo. The stars and contenders for the Slalom King title as well as various class championships are back. The first round also sees slalom veterans returning to the sport, and many expect title runs to be tighter.
For this year, we still have again another 12-leg national series and 3 invitational slalom legs. And this is the first leg here at Robinson's Antipolo. And the second one will be on March 22 at the NFA compound, Cabanatuan City. Then we shall go around the provinces for our invitational legs. We shall be at Bacnotan and San Fernando, La Union, and Robinsons, Calasiao. And as you can see, our premier drivers, our veteran drivers are back with us. We have Pee-wee, we have Ryan Ablang, we have Paul Santos, and the rest. And we look forward to an exciting season that is going to be a bottleneck for the drivers this year.
The return of the contenders, plus the experienced veterans, is not the only thing that is expected to make for a more exciting season and to draw more entries. New rules and new classes are also in play this year.
We've included also in your classes, as per their request, we have included the all Mitsu, all Honda, and all Toyota classes. And then there are revisions for the rules. Open classes will now be included for the overall best time and also for the novice prototype. And the prototype cars are now included also for the best time of the day, provided that they are using the specified federal tires.
This year, there is also an added incentive for the Slalom King title contenders. To commemorate the passing of Lito Dulce, Race Motorsports Club is instituting the Lito Dulce Perpetual Cup.
The Lito Pongs Dulce Perpetual Cup, we shall be given to the Slalom King each year. And if you get for 3 consecutive years the title, you get to bring home the Perpetual Cup. Tapos noon, bago na naman, another set na naman yun for the Lito Dulce Perpetual Cup.
Among the veterans dusting off their slalom race cars to participate in the series, at least for the first leg and whatever their schedules allow in the future, is Doc Pee-wee Mendiola.
Well, like always, it's always exciting to do that 1 minute of very intense driving. So I've been away for quite a while and I thought I'd give it a try again today.
Doc Pee-wee is giving slaloms another try behind his trusty Starlet. And apparently, the Doctor and the Starlet still got what it takes, setting the second best overall time of the day, behind 5-time Slalom King Milo Rivera, who also showed up for the first slalom race of 2020.
It's been whiling away in dust for quite some time. Then now I took it out and we cleaned it up, and nice to know that it still runs pretty well. Well, I've just planned to enjoy my day and do the best that I can. If we win, good. If we don't, it's okay. I'm just having fun.
Also making a return to slaloms is Doc Pee-wee's teammate in Team Big Chill, Paul Santos, who wants to make it to as many slalom legs as possible that do not conflict with GT races.
We did not join slalom racing for 2 years, but we missed the sport. And we're also supporting. This is like a tribute to the late Lito Dulce. So we're here. So hopefully we can always compete here if there's no conflict with other races, because we also do circuit racing at the Philippine GT.
Like Doc Pee-wee, Paul had to rush prepping his slalom race car to make it to the first leg of the season.
Actually, my car was in the garage for 2 years, so it took us just 1 day. Now we're racing. I'm also with my teammate, Dr. Pee-wee Mendiola, and our competitors, Stefano and Milo. It's very nice to see familiar faces again. We're very close-knit. We're like a family here at slalom racing.
Aside from returning veterans, also seen to make the 2020 slalom season all the more competitive are young racers just getting into the sport, like the Bince brothers, Alvin and Alfie.
Ngayon po, sobrang dami talaga ng kalaban namin ngayon. Actually, lumalaban ako sa novice. So ngayon, medyo malalakas talaga mga kalaban namin ngayon. So we'll try our best na lang para makuha yun.
For me, lumalaban ako sa open ngayon, open class. Medyo marami din kalaban pero kakayanin naman.
After more than 30 years of organizing the National Slalom Series, Bing Bang Dulce continues to see slalom as the best medium for getting into motorsports.
I hope that they would be able to compete internationally because, as you all well know, slalom is the grassroots of all the disciplines of motorsports, and it's the most affordable event, motorsports discipline. So we hope that we could train the young ones, especially the young ones. We have a lot of new lady drivers, and they started from age 9, like Sophia, and we have newcomers for the ladies and also newcomers for the junior classes. So we hope we can continue to provide teaching them on the proper slalom driving.
It's still early in the year, but already motorsports fans and enthusiasts are seeing signs that 2020 will be another exciting and active year for motorsports. This should make covering motorsports event this year more thrilling and fulfilling. That's this week's World of Motorsports. Motoring Today continues right after this break.
Dad, naflatan kami.
Dad? Dad?
You okay? Iwan mo na yan. Ako na bahala dyan. Let's go. Hatid ko na kayo. Tara. Excuse me? Let's go!
Thank you. You always have my back.
Have fun.
I will.
I'm 36. I'm a husband, a manager, and still very good looking. In 2 hours, I have the most important meeting of my life. But first, it's time to play. The new Suzuki Vitara.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. The auto industry now takes center stage.
Ford Philippines recently held the awarding ceremonies for the annual Henry Ford Awards at One Canvas Events Place, Makati. Now on its 19th year, the HFA has served as a platform in recognizing the important role of journalists in taking the country's automotive industry forward.
So this award-giving body is the first of its kind in the country as it recognizes excellence in automotive journalism. This is very important for us as we give back the honor and the pride that all our Filipino motoring journalists really deserve.
This year, the HFA introduced an all-digital submission for all entries, harnessing the speed and precision in using a fully digital platform to submit. Harnessing the speed and precision in using a fully digital platform to submit, accommodate, and even evaluate entries without the need for paper submissions.
It's a very rigorous process of selection. We have 16 categories all in all, and it really involved a lot of deliberations. We have 2 phases for this particular judging process, where we had a lot of academicians for phase 1, and we have esteemed corporate communications practitioners for phase 2. So from there, we have been able to announce the winners for tonight.
Secondly, the HFA launched the new Best Automotive Website category, which recognizes the power of digital platforms in informing, educating, and influencing the Filipino motorist.
So this 19th Henry Ford Awards, we have introduced the Best Automotive Website, which really recognized the importance of the digital platform in informing and influencing the Filipino motorists. So we have been lucky to have been including this particular category. And
below are the winners in the 16 categories. SMC Asia Car Distributors Corporation, the official importer and distributor of BMW in the Philippines, has officially introduced the all-new BMW 1 Series and the new BMW X1.
Right now we are in what we call the Papa Bear Activity Center here in BGC, and we have BMW Joyfest 2020. So BMW Joy Fest is a way for BMW to reach out. We go out of the comfort of our own dealerships and we reach out to our customers by bringing them our cars. We let them test drive. We bring our new cars out so they can see while they're out here with their families. And also we have some very nice deals also available for customers who want to avail.
The new 1 Series 118i Sport variant is powered by a 1.5-liter 3-cylinder gasoline engine, mated to a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission that is capable of giving out 140 horsepower and 220 Nm of torque.
The all-new 1 Series, it is different architecture already. New car is more efficient, has more interior room already, more spacious. It's really the perfect first BMW.
Passengers in the rear are the main beneficiaries, while a large load compartment adds even more versatility. Available as a 5-door only, the all-new BMW 1 Series is 5 millimeters shorter than its predecessor at 4,319 millimeters. On the other hand, powering the M135i xDrive is a 2.0-liter 4-cylinder turbo gasoline motor paired with an 8-speed Steptronic sports gearbox that is capable of giving out 306 horsepower and 450 Nm of torque.
The M135i is the top-of-the-range 1 Series. It has 306 horsepower, a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, and a 4-wheel drive, 8-speed gearbox. It's really 0 to 100 in 4.7 seconds, 250 km/h top speed. It's really a very high-performance 1 Series.
Meanwhile, the new X1 S-Drive 18D X-Line is equipped with an 8-speed Steptronic transmission that is teamed up with an engine that generates 150 horsepower and 350 Nm of torque.
The new X1, there's an improvement in the design from the previous X1, the F48. Bigger grille, new wheels, and upgraded interior as well. Then we also are introducing a new engine variant, which is the 18D, 150 horsepower, 350 Newton meter of torque. May not sound like much, but when you drive it, it feels like a lot more. Car is very nimble and a lot of fun to drive.
Volkswagen Philippines has recently launched its newest campaign, We Move You, with a performance featuring Mr. Pure Energy, Gary Valenciano, and a 2-day showcase of the German carmaker's current lineup of vehicles at the Activity Center of Trinoma in Quezon City. Gary Valenciano, more popularly known by his legions of fans and followers as Gary V, and Mr. Pure Energy, had recently been signed in as Volkswagen Philippines' newest brand ambassador and the ideal personification of the carmaker's We Move You campaign.
We love working with Gary because first and foremost, we think that he's a perfect match to our brand. He embodies the qualities that we also would like to let the public know about our brand. You know, he's a very sincere individual. He's a very dedicated performer. He's committed to excellence and quality, and he really gives his all whenever he performs. These are the things that we believe our cars also bring to their owners. And so we're very excited to have him as part of the Volkswagen Philippines family.
According to Volkswagen, the partnership between Volkswagen Philippines and Gary V has been seen to represent the perfect blend of one extraordinary performer and an equally iconic automotive brand.
First of all, I'd like to welcome Gary Valenciano, Mr. Pure Energy himself, to the Volkswagen Philippines family. And I hope that his being part of the family will encourage a lot of you, our prospective customers outside there, to consider Volkswagen when you're selecting your next car purchase. And on that note, I'd like to invite all of you, whether you're shopping for a car or even just curious, to visit any of our Volkswagen dealerships. We have 9 nationwide. Stop in, check out the cars, and in fact, I encourage, ask to test drive the vehicle that you think you might like. That way you can really experience firsthand what it's like to drive a Volkswagen so that we can move you.
Diamond Motor Corporation, or DMC, recently celebrated its 50th year in the local car industry with a Thanksgiving dinner held at the SMX Convention Center in SM Mall of Asia Complex. The celebration was attended by executives from Mitsubishi Motors Corporation and Mitsubishi Motors Philippines Corporation, members of the media, and employees from all of their dealerships.
Well, this is our 50th year. We've been in the industry the last 5 decades, and we're celebrating our being one as family. We've been through many turbulent times during the last 50 years, and we're here not to forget not only the difficult times, but the good times that we've had as well. And more importantly, we really are here to honor God. We honestly believe that if it wasn't for God and His help, we probably would not have made it. So that's the main reason why we're celebrating our 50th.
For 50 years, DMC has stuck with its commitment to its employees by providing strong leadership and successful business operation. Further, to give back to the people who make all the success possible, DMC honored their longtime employees, as well as top sales and service performers from 2018 and 2019. During the event, DMC reported that it contributed 18% to Mitsubishi sales in the past 10 years. DMC says that they're looking forward to more fruitful years in the industry.
We're moving into the 3rd generation, and obviously we'd like to continue the tradition that our parents, I'm 2nd generation like I said, so I'd like for my kids and the kids of the other partners to continue in that tradition, which is to help Diamond grow, help it be a blessing not only to our customers but also to our employees.
Our car of the week is next on Showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee. Subaru Philippines has brought in the latest iteration of the Forester, this time with a fresher and more exciting offerings. You have all about it on this week's Showcase. a Japanese car that has a lot to offer in the market. That's the Subaru Forester 2.0 IL with eyesight. Our featured vehicle in this week's showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee.
Drive worry-free with Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program with a free 24-hour nationwide roadside assistance included with your comprehensive auto insurance. Rest assured, we'll take care of you and your car wherever you are. Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program, 100% worry-free driving.
I'm 36. I'm a husband, a manager, and still very good looking. In 2 hours, I have the most important meeting of my life. But first, it's time to play. The new Suzuki Vitara.
Dad, naflatan kami.
Dad? Dad?
You okay? Iwan mo na yan. Ako na bahala dyan. Let's go. Hatid ko na kayo. Tara. Excuse me? Let's go!
Thank you. You always have my back.
Have fun.
I will.
We now have our public service segment brought to you by Honda Cars Philippines.
Last week on Public Service, we highlighted the presence of habal-habal drivers in some areas in the metro. As we all know, these drivers are illegally operating and can be a threat to passenger safety. And as reported, we informed the MMDA about the areas where we've seen them and we're awaiting for their action. MMDA General Manager Jojo Garcia stressed that these are all illegal and unsafe.
Bawal lahat yan. As in bawal. No? Kaya nga ito, madami tayong reports ngayon. Ultimo ako mismo bumaba doon kami ni Bong winalis namin yung kapalabal ng mga terminals. Bawal yan. Ano ang risk sa pasero? Siyempre delikado. No? Basta illegal, delikado. Kulorong aksidente, mamatay ang pasero. May nahuli si Bong pa nga doon sa kara, walang lisensya. Walang registro, walang lisensya yung motorsiklo. Napakadelikado niyan sa ating mga mananakay. So yan, charge natin lahat ng kolorum yan. Kaya nga pinag-usapan namin yan, kung ang charge and kolorum pwedeng i-impound yung mga motorsiklo.
The MMDA is also urging all of us to report these illegal drivers through their social media accounts.
That's our public service segment from Honda Cars Philippines. And may we remind you once again that if you come across any motoring issue or problem that you deem as unsafe or inimical to the general motoring public, which you would like us to highlight on this portion, or to refer to the proper authorities for appropriate action, please feel free to let us know about it. Take a look at your screens for our contact details. And that's the week that was in motoring. Thank you for joining us. Also, don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram.
Until next week here on Motoring Today, now in its 33rd year of continuing service to the general motoring public with a lifelong commitment to promote road safety. On behalf of Butch Gamboa, our dad, I'm Ray Louie Gamboa.
I'm Susie Gamboa.
Happy motoring!